Robert H Schuller once said, "Failure doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means you haven't succeeded yet." Welcome to McBain Moments. Alright guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the Manor. Make sure you take a moment and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time, so make sure you subscribe. Failure doesn't make you a failure. We all fail at things. We can try again and again. We can run into roadblocks, we can run into obstructions, and we can run into problems. Could be a lack of skill, lack of knowledge, a need for more practice. But just because you fail at a task doesn't mean you are a failure. You don't actually fail until you give up trying. This brings forth two quotes that I want to share with you. The first is by Captain Picard from Star Trek. You can do everything correctly and still lose. That isn't a failure. That's called life. I believe that's how the quote goes. And the other is by Grant Cardone, and it's what I just said. You haven't actually failed until you give up. Success comes in little bites. Oftentimes those bites are disguised as failures. You try something, it doesn't work. 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 And suddenly, you try something and you make progress. It may not be a one-time success, but it's progress, a step in the right direction. And you might go through 50, 100 iterations before you make it to that piece of progress. The point is that you will make it to that point. You just can't give up on yourself. Now, Henry Ford spent 2 years, assigned his engineers for 2 years to build an 8-cylinder engine on a single block. 2 years. Something that was considered impossible. And his engineers kept coming back and saying, it can't be done. He said, do it anyway. Can't be done. Do it anyway. And so, when you go into a project, when you're looking to develop yourself, think about whether or not it can be done. And if the answer is no, ask yourself why. There might be a physical impossibility. For instance, if the project you're looking to do is to try and turn the sky green, well, okay, that can technically be done, but it's highly recommended against because it usually means introducing elements that are bad for everybody. Although I have seen some thunderstorms that turn the sky green. They usually mean that about everything's going down bad. Tornadoes are not fun. But in most cases, anything practical that you would want to do is possible. You just got to figure out how to do it. And sometimes figuring out how to do it means 2 years of failures. And that's okay. The most important thing is that you don't give up on yourself. You don't give up on yourself, and you don't give up on the future you're looking to build for yourself. Every failure is a brick. It builds the foundation. It builds the walls, exterior and interior. Each failure shows you a way that didn't work. I don't remember who said it. I think it was Thomas Edison who said, I haven't failed. I just found 300 ways that it didn't work. That's not bad. It sure as hell eliminated a lot of options. Told them a lot of ways not to do something. And sometimes that's more important than figuring out how to do something. The thing about multiple failure is that when you do succeed, all of those failures will not matter because you made it. Once you've made it, no one's going to care how long it took you. No one's going to care about the 3,000 failures behind you, the mistakes you made. They're going to care that you persevered, that you had grit. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. This has been a McBain moment.